Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. All I ask is for you to watch the entire video, from start to finish. There is a new push to ban alcohol. If you are unfamiliar, the United States already banned alcohol in the past. It was called Prohibition in the Prohibition era. And the result was you created monsters like Al Capone, I believe. And I believe he's even quoted as saying, "I wouldn't be me had it not been for Prohibition." So I went from some small time whatever gangster to a big time gangster that was so affluent, he had so much money, that the President of the United States took his car because it was on a level unseen before. It was a bulletproof car. So, to protect himself, he created the bulletproof car. And the President of the United States took the car. When they took Al Capone, they took the car. Also, it created these underground bars. I don't know if you watch YouTube or TikTok or whatever, but you'll have these videos of people who say, "I've discovered a secret room." So they buy a house and they're knocking around the walls and stuff, and ta-da, there is a secret room. And invariably, it's always some sort of bar. And they go, "Why is there a bar walled over here?" And they said it was during the Prohibition time when you could not drink alcohol. So people would create these secret areas and serve drinks to their friends in the neighborhood. Or even businesses that had secret rooms. The front of it was a laundromat or an accounting firm or a pawn shop or anything, right? And then the person would say a special code and the person would say, "Oh, okay, just go through that door right there." And that door would be a complete bar and gambling. All the stuff that was prohibited. They still have prohibition and gambling in a lot of states till today. But you then see that, oh no, such and so is getting raided. That came from the Prohibition era. The police knew what was going on, or for the most part they knew. The people can't keep their mouth shut, so invariably the police would find out about it. And if something happened, and what I mean by that is, if somebody who owns the bar or some patron who goes to the bar got somebody angry, like the mayor or the Secretary of State or the governor or something like that, and then that person wanted to get back at them, then the police would conduct a raid on the bar. They would not conduct a raid on the bar to get rid of the bar. They would not conduct a raid on the bar because it's illegal. The bar continued and was profitable, and a lot of times the mayor and the governor would go to those places anyway. But for the public showing, the Christians would be seen with the police destroying casks of beer and stuff like that. That's to give you a brief history for the people who have absolutely no idea that even happened in the United States. When they repealed Prohibition, they admitted that it did absolutely nothing. Number one, it took alcohol underground. That's all it really did. That's all it accomplished. And it made criminals of people who were normal people, who just wanted to enjoy a beer. Fun fact, just as Prohibition created underground bars, it also was the era where you created the underground homosexual clubs. I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, but this was the era where homosexual clubs sprouted up. They were secret, and people knew not to go to them. And if you went to them, and you were the mayor, there would be a scandal. People want to equate that era to 2023 and say, "Oh, you need to be out and loud and proud." Well, there is no prohibition against homosexuality today. Not that this is what the video is about, but it's just a fun fact that that era created that. So you had the homosexual men secret bars and the homosexual women secret bar. That's when all of that sprouted up. You may still live in an area where they still have secret homosexual places, but that does not mean in 2023 that there is any prohibition. And in fact, we've now written it into law that you cannot discriminate on the basis of sexual orientation. So it doesn't make sense to have a gay pride parade. It makes no sense. You're not being prohibited from anything. And people are actually using it as an excuse to demonstrate antisocial behavior in front of children. There has never been an instance where you had a straight debauchery parade, but debauchery in the gay parades is rampant, very open, and it doesn't need to be. Now, you have not heard of people calling for banning alcohol in 2023. That's because, again, you probably don't really watch YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Twitter videos. Some very large, huge streamers and podcasts are calling for banning alcohol. And what's the point? They're saying that alcohol has zero benefit on the human being. And because it has no benefit, and if you look at the negatives of alcohol, the negatives would outweigh any sort of positive that anybody could ever think of, and like addiction or frankly anything. So they're saying it should be banned. It creates car wrecks, creates addiction. There's nothing of any benefit, and they only see negatives, and it should be banned. Now, I'm asking you, the audience, if I could generate 10,000 people to respond, that would be a scientific response. Just 10,000 of you to comment. Do you agree? Should alcohol be banned? Do you think the negatives outweigh any idea of They said that there is no positive to alcohol whatsoever. I'm a libertarian. My response is, I don't care either way. I don't care. I do not drink. Personally, I don't drink. I've never had a drop of alcohol in my entire life. Never drink alcohol, never smoked, nothing. No drugs, nothing. I know people hate me and they say I'm the worst person to walk the face of the planet and all sorts of stuff. But I do stuff like pay for somebody's grocery, pay for somebody's fast food, hold the door open for everybody, tie a child's shoe. I'm literally the last good man in the last century. But I have haters, staunch haters. I am a holy man. I don't flaunt it. I said I'm a libertarian. I don't flaunt it to anybody. I don't hold it over anybody's head. And I made that decision when I made the vows that I made of I would not do this and that and the other. Yes, I made actual vows to not drink, not smoke, not lie, steal, cheat, anything, right? It has created a situation where I can't do certain jobs at all. Funnily, some of those jobs include working for the government because they require you to do certain things that go against my code. But I also decided that I would not hold other people to the standard that I hold myself to. We live in a wicked world. Why would I hold anybody else to a standard of complete and utter holiness when the whole idea is that the world is going to steadily march toward wicked? I do not see alcohol by itself as being wicked. I don't actually see drinking alcohol as being wicked by itself. When you have gluttonous consumption of alcohol, that's when it's wicked. When you do stuff to get alcohol, that's when it's wicked. But even then, it's still not the alcohol that's the problem, it's the person that's the problem. I'm smart enough, I'm intellectual enough to distinguish the substance from the people. Somebody was saying they cook with alcohol. Yeah, there you go. That person doesn't run out and run over people from drinking 15 glasses of whatever and getting behind the wheel of a car. It's not the alcohol, it's the people. I'm trying not to influence your answer, but tell me what's your opinion. Do you agree? Should alcohol be banned in the United States or worldwide? And do you believe that there is a conspiracy to then take control of you? Thank you all so much if you've lasted to this point. Thank you.